Testing. Oh, what is going on, T Rex? What you get? Welcome back, bro. Thanks for waiting, guys. Hitman will be going live soon. He just text me. Make sure you guys yeah, so we're gonna be chatting for a little bit, guys. We are gonna go for 6 o'clock. Um that's pretty much what we're going for. So while I have you guys here and everybody is a Marvel fan in here, right? Um know what I was thinking, guys? I Yesterday I was watching The Winter Soldier again. That's one of my I will say that's one of my favorites. Let me see if I could hold on. If I could there you go. That's a bit better. So I was watching The Winter Soldier and being one of my I will say that's one of the best between that and Winter Soldier, I think was both one of my favorites um games. Games. Movies in the Marvel universe. So then, got to thinking they should. I know that, and I talked about this a little bit yesterday. T, I don't. T Rex wasn't there yesterday, but so I was thinking about they making the Avengers game that is coming in September, and they got the Spider-Man game that is out now. It's Spider-Man PS4, and they've been talking about doing a like a MCGU, so a Marvel Comics gaming universe. And they went from Spider-Man, they went to the Avengers. Nothing in between. It was just like straight boom boom. I know that we had like a Captain America, I believe I was doing a Winter Soldier game for like I don't remember. It wasn't like a big deal. Like nobody really played it because it's one of those like story based game, whatever happened in the movie. But if you if they will make like from all the Avengers, I definitely would say that two or I would say up to three people from it that could go into a solo game that you really enjoy with top notch storyline. One would be Captain America. Uh, Two would be Black Widow, and three would definitely be Hawkeye because like Thor, he's a god. You know what I mean? So it will be more like a smashing story. Thor's kicking monsters' butts. I mean, you probably could go a little bit deep on it, but being such a powerful hero, it's just a straight out smash, 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 right? Uh, Hulk will be the same way. Kind of like it's going there, and he's pretty big monster. Unless you do like a Bruce Banner story with it, at the same time, and then you could do a Bruce Banner and a Hulk. kind of story. But Captain America's story is such a good story. Like, kid from Brooklyn, wanted to be in the army. He was all skinny and frail. And then he got the super serum, and then he froze for 70 years and came back. And yeah, right. It's like he's very underrated. Captain America is a very underrated hero. Like, for me, one of those truest heroes in the Marvel comics has to be Captain. He's a pure-hearted, straight guy, honest hero. Like, he's one of the most, like, he's the kind of hero that if you like need him, he's the one that be like, I'll fight by your side. So, and that's the one thing I like about Captain America. He's like a really true. He's the definition of what hero stands for. He's definitely the different kind of like Superman from the DC comics. Superman is that kind of hero that you could trust and fight next to you. You know what I mean? So this is my pitch. I was gonna do a video, but since I'm already live and we're waiting to 6 o'clock, so I could do a video right now on a pitch for a Captain America game, right? So, boom. First of all, you unlock. I just gonna go with like the fundamentals parts, right? But my favorite movie is Civil War. I have watched 25 times. Good, I can't wait for the Marvel game. Favorite MCU also. Yeah. Well, I mean, I the most powerful hero is Scarlet Witch. From besides the Hulk, I think they underrated the Hulk a little bit in the MCU. They kind of hold him back. Um, they kind of hold back Thor too. But they also gave him like they gave these characters a human side. You didn't really see Scarlet Witch use her like full potential onto Endgame, and it was because she wanted to kick Thanos' ass. You know what I mean? But yeah, so back to the Captain America pitch. So you start the game, the fundamentals. I would say you get all the uniforms. You unlock all the uniforms from like the MCU uniforms to like his original uniform um from the comic books to you know game invented, kind of like what they did with Spider-Man, and they gave him a new suit. You get different shields. You could customize your shield to look any kind of way. That would be cool if you could customize your shield the way you want the shield to look like. That would be a great addition to the game. Then you get your upgraded, like I don't know, Semtech bombs or electro bombs or whatever stuff that little gadgets that he could use, um, like walls or whatever. I mean, he could jump up. He could pretty much jump pretty high. But if you want to do little gadgets like that, so that's the fundamental parts. The movements pretty easy. I love what they did with Spider-Man. I don't know if you guys ever played Batman. That is the moves in Batman when he uses the cape, and here when he fight, the way he moves. You make a couple of movements adjustments. Um, you know, make it so when you definitely fight with the shield, you could shoot the shield, flips, do whatever, shoot the shield in the air, let it bounce against the wall. Bang, bang, bang. There's many things that you could do. You could aim the shield so it could hit the person in back of you while you fight the person in front of you. There's many ways you could. Uh, well, Arkham Knights is one of the best games, man. Arkham Knights is one of the best games. The story in it is absolutely amazing. I love the story in it. So you over, you're doing your thing, and so the story, I would probably say, like, I wouldn't start off the story with his origin that he got froze. He got, like, it could be like little clips, like little stories, like comic book kind of, like boom, 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 that leads to like he's like he got frozen 70 years later, or even like your first mission of the game when you first start the game is fighting Red Skull for you to lose and get frozen. Do whatever happens, or and he escapes, but you free. Skips 70 years later. Well, I'll get to the, well. Let me. Yeah, it's true, but I'll tell you what I think what they should do with the Falcon. Um, the it skips 70 years later. He's frozen. They find him. Blah blah blah. Wake him up. Your second mission is you wake up. You don't know where you are, so you're trying to escape. So you don't have the shield, so you kind of run around finding a way out of the compound. You find a way out of the compound, then you get stopped by Nick Fury. Kind of the same thing as the movie. Nick Fury tells you, "Hey, Red Skull is still alive. He's taking over, or he's trying to take over whatever New York City or whatever. We need you to come back as Captain America." So he decides, whatever. I'll come back as Captain America. They got New York. I have to, save New York. Whatever happens, um, and you're going to trying to save, New York City. But on the way, there's different bosses like the Hydra. You got your Hydra soldiers. You got your Hydra special ops. You got different Hydra soldiers. Plus, you have a couple of the villains. Mordor, Taskmaster. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it does. It doesn't exist. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the kind of game that I would definitely create. At the same time, in doing the game, he finds out there's more into the story. Have like a dramatic twist to it, kind of like any other movie have a just good dramatic twist to it, and blah blah blah. He goes to the mission, have a couple of villains in there. You have your special cameos, of course. You have your Black Widow, you have your Falcon. Doing when he wakes up doing the mission, he starts finding there's the one guy that he comes out, and you have to fight him like 4 times. Will be the Winter Soldier. So you have to fight the Winter Soldier 4 times during the game, right? And every time you fight, like the second fight, you find out that he's Bucky, and then he like, oh shit, this is Bucky. This is my friend. And then he fights him again, and Bucky kind of like doesn't know who he is, but he's kind of like finding out like who are the stars. So then at the last fight, the fourth fight that you fight with him will be the decision of him becoming coming back being Bucky. So then you have like Falcon helps you out in a couple of missions. Black Widow helps you out in a couple of missions. And that's where, and I'm not gonna skip. That's where the DLCs come in. Like you could have a Falcon DLC or Winter Soldier DLC, and tell their story that how it led them to help Captain America. You could have 3 DLCs with those 3 characters and like the Falcon story. So it's a story itself, but it's added to the Captain America. So they could save, and not only can you do the missions for Falcon, but you also could use all his powers and mess around the city, kind of like. And the same thing as Spider-Man. As you do the missions, there's crime and stuff going on in the city, and you as Captain America decide that you want crimes, or at the same time that you're trying to do your missions, and there's stuff in around the city. Instead of finding book bags like you do in Spider-Man, you find collectibles that help him remember, like memories of years. Like he found a piece of newspaper from 1980 that says something, and then like boom, boom, boom. That would be a good twist to it, though, T Rex. If you think about it, if your option is to kill or not to kill Bucky, like I don't know, maybe mission 3 before or before you find out he's Bucky, if you kill Bucky, so your option is to kill or not to kill, right? So if you kill Bucky and then you take off his mask, you find out he's Bucky, and your mind goes berserk, right? So that's one of your options. But if you don't kill Bucky, I mean, you have to put him in a situation that why he's gonna kill Bucky. You can't, because Captain America wouldn't just kill somebody. So you have to give him the option of why he's doing the killing. Like, why would he kill Bucky? You have to put him in a situation that he has somebody captive. He's about to kill him or something.